Hello, I'm Ashish, and this is my review of Big Hero 6. Um, you know, yeah. Big Hero 6 is a movie created with the partnership of Disney Studios and Marvel Studios. Now, usually Marvel just does its own thing, and Disney's like, okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do something else. But this time they just fused together, they created an amalgamation of stuff, right? Like they made a fusion of the best of Disney, which is the witty, charming banter, which we grew up with as children, and the best of Marvel, which is the cool superhero stuff, right? And they created this movie, Big Hero 6. So in Big Hero 6, we have our main hero, and this is the funniest. They named the main hero Hero. They just straight up named him Hero. Hiro, Hero. They named him Hero. Now that joke is just that's too good. So we see him. He starts off in a wrestling ring or whatever, a robot wrestling ring and stuff, and we see him with his stupid looking robot and this guy with his macho looking robot, and then they fight, and you think, oh, the stupid looking robot's probably gonna lose, and it does. Then they fight again. The stupid looking robot takes out the big immense little robot, and this is the main theme of the movie, right? Expect the unexpected. Just because something looks up a certain way doesn't mean that it is a certain way, right? That little robot was intense. That little robot was powerful, right? So then we see Tadashi, whenever his brother, take him up on his motorcycle, take him home. Exposition, more exposition, blah blah blah, my parents died, blah blah, I'm a genius, graduated from college or whatever. And we see the emo side of Hero, and he's he's a pretty stupid little kid. That's what we see. So then Tadashi takes Hero to his university, and he's like, yo, meet my peeps. We've got Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, we've got generic black guy, we've got that quirky girl from across the street who serves you coffee and donuts, and we've got biker chick number 497 that we've seen in every Disney movie ever. So yeah, let's be honest here. You can see through the characters in this movie like glass. You don't need to go into this movie with a really intense mindset like Bourne Identity or The Dark Knight or something like that, because you know who the characters are right after you see them, right? So we see them, they do some nerdish stuff, show off their expanding variables, contracting variables, I don't know. That's what they do. They show off some electric stuff. The biker chick shows off her bike wheels, I don't know, because she be rolling in the yellow, I don't know. So then he's oh, I'm gonna I want to be here too. So his brother's yeah, you gotta make a thing to get in. So he's okay, I'm gonna make the little robot, I'm gonna make 10,000 of him. I'm gonna make them into microbots, and then it'll be awesome. And they are awesome. He shows them in university. They're awesome. They can do a lot of things. I'm whoa, that's dangerously awesome. That's gonna get stolen, and like it always does, it gets stolen. And then you have the two guys who can be the villains, because the villain in Disney movies is always the older guy. You don't see it coming. It's used for money or something like that, revenge or something like that, right? So we see the older business dude who does stuff for money, and then we see the older grizzled the scientist dude who's oh, I'm all into science and stuff, right? But then they try to mislead us because they're oh, the science dude is against the business dude. Oh no. So he can't possibly be the villain, but at the start I was yeah, those guys are the two candidates for the villains. And if they're not, then I'll be impressed. But if they are, then it'll just be your average Disney movie, and those guys were one of them were the villain, right? So here's the thing. His brother dies. I know everybody else on YouTube has been oh, a tragic incident. What other tragic incident is there gonna be in a fucking Disney movie? It's a fucking Like, if you went into the movie expecting that some tragic incident was not going to happen, that some guy and his family was not going to die, what kind of retard? Like, honestly, which rock have you been living in? Which Disney movie have you seen? Like, where the main character does not lose somebody close to them or something. It always happens. And it's always like the first or second character we're introduced to in the movie. So clearly Tadashi. Tadashi dies. Oh, I spoiled it. Oh, all the Disney people are gonna be up in arms. Why you spoiled it? No, I don't care. We're not kids. If you watch this video, you're probably not a kid, and if you are, you're probably smart enough to know that the guy dies. Because from a tragic event, it's probably gonna be death. What could, like, it's not like he's gonna be in coma. Because nobody cares about that. No, it's death. So then he dies, and then moping, crying, sad. We like to see all that stuff, and then so he's like pretty much secluded in his like bunk bed or whatever for like 20,000 years, and then Baymax activates, which is the robot that Tadashi built. He activates when like I forgot to mention, but I just forgot to mention the biggest part of the movie. It's Baymax. I mean, you know about Baymax. I don't even need to mention Baymax right now. Like let's skip him right now. So this Baymax activates when his like little brother was like, oh, I got hurt on my foot. So Baymax is like, oh, I'm going to repair you. Let me have a look at that foot. And he's like, no, I don't want no look at my foot. It's my foot. You don't touch that foot, Baymax. But Baymax is like, no, I'm gonna look at everything, and it's like Baymax is kind of like that, like really annoying, but like nice, like little kid or like uncle or whatever. He always tries to look out for you. He's like, oh, are you okay, son? Are you okay? Like, do you need some chocolate or something? Do you need some chocolate milk, some hot chocolate or something like that, So Baymax is like, okay, I'm gonna analyze you. I'm gonna find out that you're not feeling so well. So I'm gonna do something. So he's like, he sees that one of the robot pieces are like going a certain direction. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna go that way, and I'm gonna follow that robot piece. And then he's followed, and they find a warehouse. Like he's followed by the kid, right? I don't even care what his name is. He's followed by the kid. Find a warehouse, attacked, escape. Bonding, blah blah blah, and then after that, Hero's like, oh man, you're like really weak and stuff, like, cause he got like he's cut up and stuff. Baymax gets cut up by the nanobots, which are like really vicious and destructive. Like honestly, the nanobots are one of the best parts of the movie. Like, they give you that sense of awe. They give you that sense of like, oh shit, this villain should not be fucked with. This villain is intense. Like, honestly, I want to see those nanobots in the legit Marvel universe, because nanobots are like overpowered, and nanobots are super cool. Like, they didn't even touch the surface in this movie. All they did was move around with a fist. No, nanobots can do a lot more things. They can do like shovels. They can do like like spikes, swords, projectile weapons. They can catch stuff. It's the mind's limit, right? So then he's like, okay, I'm gonna build you stronger, Baymax. So he builds Baymax stronger and like green armor. And since we've seen the red armor already, we know the green armor is like a stupid Iron Man Mark 1 armor. Like, you've seen the Iron Man Mark 1 armor, right? Like, it's like stupid, like flamethrower shit, like bulky, like a bulky tank. He can't even move around. He can't dodge any attacks, right? He's got a good special attack, good like attack, defense, special defense. Never mind. His defense sucks. His attack's like decent. He hasn't even fully evolved yet. Baymax is like second evolution Pokemon right now. It hasn't gone to like third evolution yet. So then, Baymax is like, he calls up his friends, right? Like the four nerd dudes, whatever. And then they go to like another warehouse-ish set, like Guantanamo Bay, Soho Bay, whatever you call it. Whatever you want to call it, right? They go to the bay. Meet the guy. The guy chases them in an intense action sequence where like they have this Volvo or whatever, like small car. Small car runs away. run, like, you know, the car runs away, and then the dude follows small car like this, right? You know, it's like following. And then after that, but it's pretty BS. Like, honestly, like a small ass car like running away from this dude who pretty much has the powers of like a god and shit. Like, but who cares? It's a kids movie. It's a kids movie. Who cares? You go on, you go along. Whatever. They escape. He predicts that the villain's gonna be the business guy, and that's the second I knew. Oh, it's not gonna be the business guy because it's gonna be the doctor. Doctor died in the explosion. Doctor's got some kind of emotional thing with the business guy. Gonna kill the business guy. That's what it's gonna be. And I was right. Anyway, then after that, we have like him building the other guys up, you know, building their suits. And their suits, I've got the paladin right here. Their suits, I will be rating their powers because if you do not know, I am a huge fan of superpowers and superpower-esque things, and I, in my spare time, enjoy rating them. On a scale from 1 to 5 or like 1 to 10, I rate how good the power will be, how useful it will be for like normal life, combat situations, you know, long range, mid range, short range, how good it will work against certain villains with certain weaknesses, certain resistances, right? So I've rated on created images for all the powers here, right? So this is the first power you can see. This is the power that Peppermint Patty has, or whatever like the pink girl is, and I gave her 3.5, which is pretty generous actually. So she throws shit and like it becomes like bombs and, you know, like skyscrapers and whatever. Like it's chemistry. She's a chemist, chemistro. I'm call her like female chemistro, chemistret, whatever. I forgot what her name is. It's sort of like Cherry Blossom or something like that. And then like, but these are pretty good. 3.5 because of their resourcefulness. You can use them for many situations. You can trap people, right? You can like create ledges and stuff for yourself, so they help you get around. Now we have the green guy, which is like the black dude, right? I forgot his name. Black Manta, Black Ray, Static Shock, whatever. He's got the green. I don't know if he's got the green like saber. I gave him a 3.0. Not that bad, but still pretty bad because like, okay, he's got an electric thing, but why give him only one? Like one. He's got sword on both hands. So what? He's still a regular dude. It doesn't matter if you have an Assassin's Creed sword. Like if you have an Assassin's Creed sword, fine. But do you have any more abilities? Can you jump higher? Can you run fast? No, you can't. All you have is an Assassin's Creed sword. Assassin's Creed sword don't do shit. Don't do shit when you're fighting against a guy. All you do have is a weapon. Get me gold and stuff like that, you know. But then we have my favorite power and the most useful power, the biker chick. She's got like these yellow wheels of destruction. And I gave that a 4.0 because those are extremely useful. Why, you might ask? Because they have the power of friction. They got the power of super speed, projectiles. Now that's how you make a superpower, people. They can be used to deflect things. They give her super speed, you know, super Captain Frisbee, you know, like you know it's Captain Frisbee, right? Captain America, right? I call him Captain Frisbee, whatever. It's like he's got a frisbee, you know, blue red frisbee. She's got like a yellow frisbee, so she's like the female Captain America, I guess. Like she's like the female. She's like the Flash combined with female Captain America combined with like Iron Man-ish, I don't know, something like that. She's like Speed Racer or whatever. She runs around, she can throw shields. They're shields. Or wheels, whatever. You know, rolling. And make friction and stuff. And it's like, it produces heat. It's really awesome. Now we get to the suckiest superpower. And that is this guy. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo 2.0. He chose the shittiest superpower ever. Fire breath. Now, don't get me wrong. Fire is good. It can melt through stuff. It can warm you up when you're in hypothermia and stuff, and it makes a mean sandwich. But let's be honest here. Fire breath won't do shit to like nanobots. Like they can resist it, and like sure, it's fire breath, but like let's say that you're Legolas or whatever. You have an arrow. So what? An arrow isn't gonna help you if the guy's like got an axe is like right beside you. Same thing with fire breath. It's not gonna help you if the guy's, and later on in the movie we see him using signposts to like beat people up. Signposts, really? And that's not even superpowers. So does that mean that the suit gives him like jumping ability? Like I think it does. Like I don't know. Like they're not specific about the blue suit. The blue suit sucks. He's a dragon. Not even the cool dragon like Smog, who's got like super strength and stuff, and super agility and like super speed. Smog has that, you know, but he doesn't. So he sucks. And like his fire is weak. It's stupid. It's not effective against nanobots at all. Gets captured and stuff. And then we have the kind of like resourceful, you know, robot. We got Baymax. And Baymax has the Super Fist and the Super Scanner. The Super Fist I gave a 3.0 because the Super Fist it's pretty much a stab attack, right? You know, like if you play Pokemon, you know what a stab attack is. Stab attack is you punch, right? So he punches stuff. It can be used for transport. It can be used for like strong attacks, right? You know, barrel through. But it can't really be used for the delicate situations. It can't be used for spread attacks. You know, like it's not. It's like really like one situational stuff, like kind of like this, but like a bit more useful because like got that punch to it, got that power, right? And you really feel it. Now the scanner I gave a 4.0 because the scanner is awesome. Like you know like psychopaths, right? You're like no, like you know Professor X, right? Professor X is like a dude who scans stuff. Well, Baymax can scan stuff too. He can scan stuff even more efficiently than Professor X does. So that's amazing, because then you can predict your enemy's movements, and knowledge is power, knowledge is strength, no, knowledge is half the battle. So, Baymax, in a situation, he'll be able to analyze the power, find weaknesses, find strengths, you know, what he can do, find out the layout of the environment, all that stuff. Scanners are awesome. Like, scanners are part of the battle. If you saw Avengers, you know what I'm talking about. Iron Man. Iron Man needs scanners. Without scanners, Iron Man would be nothing. He'd be shit. And then we have literally the weakest guy ever. We have Shiro himself. He gave all of his friends powers, but he decided, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna keep Baymax, and he's gonna be my power. No. Who cares if you're a beast tamer? Who cares if you've tamed the beasts of the Southern Wild, bro? You need powers of your own. You're gonna be playing the big leagues now. You're gonna be playing with like Kabuki Mask guy. You need like something. Even Fire Breath would work. Fire Breath would work better on him because he'd be like flying up a Baymax, right? Because Baymax can fly and stuff. Spoilers, whatever. I don't know. Like, Baymax. But like I give him a 3.0 because he's got intelligence. He knows how to organize the group. So and he made the powers, I guess. But it's like, man, why leave yourself defenseless? If you're all alone infiltrating a place and all you have is your fists and you're like a scrawny as your kid, why not give yourself something to protect yourself? Like I want to see it expanded in like the second movie. I want to see him like beat up or something because he didn't give himself any powers and like he looks stupid. So yeah, the powers are pretty cool, but like I want to see them expanded on. I don't know if this is going on for long. It's going on for a long time, but granted. So, the way I rate movies is I rate them on 4 factors. Cool, beautiful, fun, and epic, right? So, this movie is like this, right? So, this is fun, this is epic, this is beautiful, and this right here is cool, right? So this movie depends a lot on the fun and the cool factors, right? And one of the main reasons for that is, well, the coolness is the montages, right? Where he's like, the Iron Man-esque montages, it reminds you of Iron Man, right? Where like he makes his Iron Man suit and stuff, right? He makes all of his things. He's got like the fighting montage. He teaches Baymax all of his skills, you know. And then, like, the way they fight the villain is pretty cool, I gotta admit. But for the most part, it's Disney. So Disney is, like, the fun factor. It's, like, 50% fun, 30%, like, cool, right? It's, like, 50%, like, you want to make it fun for kids. You want to make them, like, laugh at the jokes, you know, like, that was, like, the fist bump joke. They made fist bumps, right? And then they made other jokes for other things, and that was pretty cool. I like that. But like, you know, there are some other things. There's like 10% beautiful and 10% epic. Now, beautiful is like, like when the touching moments when Baymax and Hero have, right, after his brother is gone, when he's healed, right, and like, it's like, aw, you feel for the guy, right? It's like Baymax, like, is helping him out. He's pretty much like an embodiment of his brother, like, staying behind to help him out in his time of need, and it's really cool. It's touching. It touches his heart, so like that. Now we have the epic portion. The epic portion is like the scary piece, and this might be spoilers, right? Where Baymax is reprogrammed to destroy everything, and his eyes become red and shit. Like oh my god, don't mess with this guy. He's like destructive. He's like scary. Like, I was like, holy shit, that was like scary. Like, oh my god, that's scary. But then like those pieces were like very little compared to the fun and the more cool pieces of the movie. So overall, I think Big Hero 6 is a good movie. There's certainly things we need to expand on more. Like the powers they used were good, but like Fire Breath was stupid. They didn't give any hero any powers, and though Hero might be like like all intelligent and shit, like he knows how to build stuff, he's not a good strategist. He's gonna get killed if you try to strategize things. He doesn't seem powers, but he never trains them. He goes after the bad guy, but he doesn't prepare for him, like fully. Like, oh my god, he prepares for what he knows, but he doesn't prepare for what to expect. He doesn't prepare for all the eventualities. He takes half measures. And like Mike says, no half measures, because half measures get you killed. So my overall verdict for Big Hero 6 is like an 8 out of 10. Or like an 8.5 out of 10. I don't know how to spell 5. 5 is this, like 5. So let me know what you think of my review. It's long now, really long. This is the longest review ever. Long. But, you kind of get a bit more now, like, let me know, email me, she'sdestructor@gmail.com, and, thank you so much. Goodbye.